Hi everybody, and welcome back to Collar Malice, and I just noticed the O in collar is a collar. That's clever as hell. Alright. I think we're at this one, right? We at this one? Yes. After that day, we arrived at the corner that was lined with old buildings. My pie's in the way. Don't ask questions. This area was lively earlier, but it was now utterly devoid of foot traffic and shrouded in ominous darkness. That makes me uncomfortable. Shirashi pointed to a building with shuttered windows on the first floor. Oh, you're so creepy. I don't expect much of a welcome. This bitch. No, I didn't. Where's my tissues? What is it? What could it be now? Seeing my obvious apprehension, Shirashi chuckled. Oh, God. I don't think I ever did. Meaning... I see. Your hair's so pretty, though. I can't help but love you just a little bit. Off we go. On another adventure. I darted after Shirashi, who suddenly had entered the building. And I suddenly can't read. Then I noticed the tenant's nameplate. 5th floor detective agency? Are we private detectives? Okay. I hurriedly ran up the stairs after Shirashi in a panic. And then... Oh! Nice couch. I finally set foot in my destination for the evening. It's a nice gun you got there. Okay. In the room were 3 men I met at Shinjuku Garden along with Shirashi. Their expressions were all different, but I felt that they were all sizing me up. I couldn't help but feel unwelcome. You could cut the tension with a knife. Pardon me. This is so awkward, there's no music. At a loss for what to do, I took a seat on the sofa nearest me and watched Yanagi. How you doing? This is so awkward. The mood seemed a bit chillier than it was during our first encounter. This atmosphere is so heavy. Quiet. Just then, Shirashi emerged from behind a partition with a cup of coffee. He set it down in front of me and then slowly took a seat next to Yanagi, one arm on the sofa. Did I say one arm on the sofa? Did I read that right? I hope that's true. Me? Or him? Suzuka coldly prodded me to speak. Okay, me. Without even glancing up from the computer he was using. True, but... Oh, I'm pretty sure he's always gonna be a grouch. Don't get anywhere near me. Hey, baby! Do I get any say in what's happening right now? I knew he was just enjoying this. My gloomy mood abruptly turned to anger. I didn't have the luxury of being toyed with right now, and I was not in the mood. I haven't slept in 3 days! 2 days? 3 days. I think a day. I couldn't just simply trust people who would let Shirashi behave like this. I opened my mouth to vent my roiling indignation. Please stop staring at me like that. The shock from both the statement and being interrupted made my eyes go wide. Working together? What do you mean? Without answering my question, Yanagi simply laid a sheet of paper on the table. When I picked it up, I saw it was written with the same red lettering as the earlier note. We have seen that you possess the skill to assist Sexto Hoshino. No, Lily, come back. I need your guidance. My dog just left me. She's one of our sympathizers, and a woman with the potential to inherit our will, so treat her with courtesy. That is yet to happen. Should any harm come to her, we will have no choice but to kill you all. Well. Calling me a sympathizer and then threatening them? I was racked with shock, fear, and confusion. My hands trembled, but I kept reading the note and continued. The note continued. Nonetheless, we will bear no ill will towards your group. On the contrary, we prefer to join hands. You who question the form of the righteousness that the police cling to would surely find the concept of justice more agreeable. Of course, we do not accept you to be persuaded by mere words. So please try to grasp the truth of X-Day incidents. Discover our true intentions. You have until midnight on January 1st. We'll be watching you via Sexto Hoshino. Okay. What on earth do these people want joining hands? Does that mean these people are potentially murderers too? Bruh. Oh, no, these people? Oh. And there's not a word about the collar. They said they'd be watching through me. So I'm going to be wearing this forever? Disturbed, I put down the letter. Sazazuka spoke instantly as if he was waiting for me. What? Don't go assuming that on your own. Shit. I raised my voice at him without thinking. But I hadn't joined X-Day thugs at all, so I couldn't let unchecked his accusation stand. Gasp. I feel like this boy has a slight respect for him. I'm a good person. Why does your necklace look like it's constantly floating? Do you see that? It looks like it's... This necklace he is wearing has no gravity. Shit, what is a... God damn it! Did it again! I fucking hate everything. Hate my life. I was trying to get rid of the... There we go! God damn. Inamoto looked glum, seeing that gave me a different image of him that I had earlier. They might have their own set of unfortunate circumstances, but that doesn't mean I can let them pin this all on me. We don't know what this criminal wants, but... I sat on the sofa and looked at Yanagi. He nodded in understanding. I have no idea I got tased? Yeah. They mentioned justice in this letter. When the criminal spoke to me through the collar, they were fixated on justice too. When the collar was put on me, the criminal spoke to me for a little bit. It felt like I was being interrogated, but as I stated, I had no clue as to why I was targeted. I didn't understand the criminal's claims, and, as a police officer, that I had done no wrong. Oh, look at his little grumpy face. He's a little grumpy. That's true. He's actually concerned for my safety. Even though the collar and its ties to the culprits was what they were interested in. It was still very heartening to hear him actually worry about my well-being. But if you're going to examine the collar... Fuck you. Fuck you and your little... Bleh. A sudden voice made itself known and directed everybody's attention to my collar. I actually feel scared. Like, if I was in her shoes, I'd be hyperventilating at this point. That was a collar filled with poison, ladies and gentlemen. Sexto, I don't know how you keeping it together. No? The criminals are monitoring everything about me through the collar. It was the first time they'd contacted me since I was paralyzed. Looks like they wanted everyone to be sure that they were always watching. Great. I started to feel that this was all hopeless, and I wrung my hands in my lap. What? Everybody in here was a cop? Except for Sarashi, he's still there, but... I looked up. All of you were police? I did verify that Yanagi was a former officer. Inamoto and Sazuka... Were you two also police officers? Yes. Hey! Oh, you better not be talking to me. Okay. So it is true then. When I pressed him on it, and Inamoto, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right the entire time, looked to Miyagi in a plea for support. Yes. Inamoto quietly cleared his throat, then he turned to me and made eye contact. He took a deep breath. You got this, babe. I believe in you. Okay. Samurai. You do not need to yell. Okay. Oh. What is going on? What is happening? What is going on? I don't even... What? Great. Awesome. What? I have no words. Me and Sexto have no words. Why? All the kabuki mannerisms. What did he say? Kabukimono? Hey, I did it. I pronounced it. Fuck, you're creepy. Okay. Aww. 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 He's nervous. Nincompoops. Alright. You don't need no introduction, he's so cool. Oh, cyber crimes. Cyber crimes division is part of the safety department of the cool. Inamoto's introduction was so dynamic that this feels somewhat lacking. Thinking back to what I overhear in the office, I remember hearing about a cybercrime prevention a few times. If I recall correctly, that division was quite difficult to get into. His skills must be the real deal if he got in at his age. He's older than he looks. Wait, what was his age again? Hold on. What if I... Here, let's rewind. I want to see his age again. And both of you shut up. Shh, quiet. What was your age? 24? Jesus Christ. How old is Sexto again? 24. You look 15. Shut up. Anyway, it couldn't be a coincidence that everyone here was related to the police. Is the reason you walk with the Force because you questioned the righteousness of the police like the letter mentioned? I know it was prying, but I figured I might as well take a shot. Yep. Sazuka and Inamoto averted their eyes. Maybe they didn't want to talk about it. Only Yanagi looked me in the eyes and answered my question. So he's a private investigator? Is that what it is? They obviously had their own baggage. That was why all these fellow ex-officers had gravitated to each other to pursue the case. I could understand that much. Shirashi spoke flippantly while waving the note around, as if to break the tense mood. Alright. In his own eccentric way, Shirashi brought up a very valid point. Shirashi, you still work with the police, so how did you know about all this? If the messages are to be trusted, I'll be killed if the police know about this. And you're the police. How? What? Ugh. He smiled as he said that, so it seemed to me that I was more amused than concerned. It still doesn't feel right to me that a current police employee is involved here. Oops, sorry. Huh? The first letter was a notice, so the second was deliberately planted here after they confirmed my rescue. The first letter leads me to believe that someone currently in the investigation HQ is involved. But to leave the second letter here in this office. Did the person who put this collar on me come here before the others had returned? That seemed unrealistic. The corporate would have needed to track these three to avoid encountering them. What's suspicious is... There were too many possibilities, but one suspicion within my mind grew. Materials? Materials? How do I get the materials? Hold on, shut up. Materials. Shut up. Stop talking. Oh, it's just like, hey, you have these. Alright. Leia has been turned into a pet. This sass-ass master! What? I had snapped to attention after I heard Suzuka's sudden remark. Sazuzuka. Fucking names, man. Now hold on a second. Why are you calling me a pet cat? Call her, darling. No, I can't see it. It's on my neck. What? I didn't want people to see the collar, so I did my best to hide it. Yep. Boys. Oh boy. Yay, more materials. What do I do with these materials? I sort of felt bad for Inamoto, but I also didn't realize. I also really didn't think this was the time. Why? What is my brain doing with these words? Somebody related to X-Day put this collar around my neck. That means finding out who did this will be no easy task. The entire police force was investigating X-Day and they'd gotten nowhere. There was only so much headway. I'd only be able to make my own. No, not you. You're scary. I don't like you. Sazuka raised his voice again, irritated. Okay, I sat there not understanding the question. Okay, but not you. Look, but don't touch. How much are these gonna how much are these two just gonna bicker? Oh my god. Sorry. You know what? I'm not even sorry. Why is cracking part of the glossary? Cracking? Cracking is the act of intruding. Okay, great. I know that. Thanks. Or hacking. That's fine too. I wasn't able to keep up with this conversation at all. Do I have to open my guide? It's not dangerous, is it? Yeah. Yanagi was persuasive. They could kill me whenever they felt like it, so there had to be a reason they hadn't yet. That was a weakness we could exploit. This is gonna be a choice, ain't it? In that case, if this is gonna be timed, let me just pull up my guide here. What? What? Oh no. Don't do this to me. No, don't do this to me. Discord, no. Oh, God! Discord, I need you. This is my time of need. Don't do this to me, Discord. Don't do this. Where's my guide? Where's my saving grace? Alright, here we go. Just in case, we're gonna have this right open. Paste and go. Don't freeze. Do not freeze, thank you. Okay, so it's not a choice. Okie dokie. Are they going to force me or not? 10 seconds, what's wrong with this guy? Come near me and I'm gonna slap that hair off you. I'm gonna slap that weave right off your head, boy. There was poison in the collar. I haven't been able to relax since it was put on. I don't know when I'll be killed. If that's the case, please do it, Sasuzuka. No. Please don't provoke them. I had no idea how he would examine it, but I didn't know anything about his skills. But I thought it was the right call because Yanagi said we'd be collaborating from now on. I hate this kid. This kid. He didn't wait. He didn't wait. He didn't tell me when the 10 seconds would start. He's such a little bitch. He's such a little bitch. While Sasuzuka was fiddling with his computer, I couldn't move a millimeter. Would the final sting of pain come? Would the collar miraculously fall free? With a grunt, Sasuzuka stopped typing and the clacking of the keyboard ceased. You didn't find shit, did you? And? Well, what is the gist of it? So which is it? Oh, okay. Oh, good, so I can shower in peace. Did he sing that? Oh. Oh. Remind me to get into his computer later. I don't get all of it, but the collar didn't react to whatever he tried. I wouldn't die from anything that he did. I could take some relief in that, at least. Still, even a programmer as skilled as Sasuzuka was unable to glean any valuable information, so it won't come off easily. I nodded in response to Yanagi's concern. No. My phone! No! Go away! I didn't know Sasuzuka had gotten so close and I jumped at hearing his voice so near. You are freaky! My phone? Why? What are you gonna do to it? You gonna change my background? You gonna look through my pictures? Fight me, little boy. In confusion, I looked pleadingly to Yanagi. He just nodded in resignation. I quickly took out my phone. Sasuke immediately snatched it away. You're welcome. This kid! This kid! With that, he took my phone and went back to his desk. I may be a little on the slow side, but none of these people tell me anything. Especially Sasuke, but the others obviously knew what he wanted, so I probably just wasn't following him. I stifled my protest and sat quietly watching Sasuke go to work. Sorry. With that brief comment, Sasuke tossed the phone back to me. I looked at the screen and saw that a sketchy-looking app had been installed on my phone. Why do you do this? I don't know what he did, but he blocked the phone tap. He blocked the phone tap they were using for the interception, I think. Okay. You make me feel less than a person with every word you say. Thank you. I feel great about myself. He was correct, but he was being such an ass that I couldn't just accept what he said. Seriously. I can't let it slide. He's such a little prick. Yanagi's word did nothing to reassure me, only felt more uneasy around this group. You need to smile, son. Is everybody here investigating the X-Day incidents? But how? You are so mean! You're so mean! Why are you so mean? What have I done to you? What the hell was that for? He's being a jerk! Every sentence he has said to me has been full of insults. I'm a cat now. They're not listening to me at all. To investigate the case on their own, they all must have considerable skills. But I didn't feel any concern for me, or a sense of cooperation from them. Maybe it's because they suspect me, but I really just want to know what's happening. When I shot a pleading look at Yanagi, he sighed. Help me! Why does Sasuke only get one? September and October. I thought the September suspects died, and nothing actually happened in October, did it? There were suspicions about the very thing, even at the station. Countdown video was issued for October, but no relevant incidents have been reported. But you have to work on the cases that you've been assigned by the police department, don't you? You are so creepy. Okay. Are you really allowed to do that as a police employee? Somebody finally called him out on it. Wonder if he's gay. I don't understand what's happening here. I had many more questions, but I felt like I wouldn't get anything from Shirashi. He would definitely just give me some kind of flippant response or spout sophisms. Anyway, I must solve the problem I've been given. To sum up everything I've learned so far, the culprits who attacked me were undoubtedly related to X-Day. Those criminals were aware of Yanagi's group of ex-officers was investigating X-Day. On top of that, they were pushed into a course of action that possibly led me to join them. The criminals claim that this group that was investigating the case had the same ideals as the criminals. But still, that doesn't explain Shirashi, who's still employed to the police. He said that he's discovered the first letter and took it to Yanagi. Couldn't imagine that he just did that of his own volition. It would have just been easy for Shirashi to plant the letter in his office. Shirashi burst into laughter when he saw me looking at him with narrowed eyes. Not again. Not this again. Guilty as charged. Well, that's what I get for trying to hide. Might as well. I was a little scared, but I screwed up my courage and just said what I was thinking. Shirashi, you're obviously taking an awful lot of pleasure in my reactions. Why wouldn't I be suspicious of you? Stop that. I saw Shirashi's eyes narrow and I instinctively flinched. Shirashi's got a new toy! And you're a dick. He's just screwing with me. I was done letting this jerk rile me up. I shot a hostile glance towards Yanagi, who spoke very deliberately. I'm gonna go to McDonald's and get a snack wrap and go home and sleep. Everyone turned to look at me. In order to remove the collar, the best course seems to be discovering the truth behind X-Day. And we can't even let the police... even tell the police. What can I possibly contribute to the investigation of this difficult case? Adding to my burden of self-doubt, the men gathered before me and had been all researching the X-Day cases from the start. My pie's in the way still. It was like a well-organized production. I'm not going with the cat boy over there and emo kid on the left. No, they're not coming with me. Yanagi's sentence was immediately interrupted by the window abruptly opening. Hi? You're... Who let the puppy in the window? What? Can we not use the... Your tie's in your pocket. So many mixed feelings happening. This is the 5th floor. How did he get in here? Who is that? This is the 5th... You know, he's like, not again. This kid cannot come in through the door. In my surprise, I hastily hid my collar, but this seemed to be a familiar occurrence to the others, and they didn't react much. Who is this kid? I want to love him. Who are you? What's your name, son? Yes, but what? Why? You came in through the window. The window. 5th. Okay. I gasped when I saw that the man who had climbed into the room was wearing what he's what? Fuck! I don't care anymore. He's wearing a police SP badge. What? Is this man part of your team? In response to my question, everyone else in the room made a complicated expression. He's like the kid that's there to help, but nobody really wants them, but they don't want to tell him to leave. Is that the situation I'm getting? It's the door! Knock! Hello? No, I want explanations. He's pretty. And eccentric. No. He smiled and used the door to exit the premises instead of the window. This kid came in through a 5th story window and just walked out the door. No, not one explanation. This is like some story I would write. What the hell? What? He's gonna come in through the window again. He's gonna come in through the friggin' chimney. While Sazuka left the room to check, Yanagi spoke. Okazaki. Babe! Covering you, the police are giving you protection while you freelance? Maybe he likes you. Maybe he just wants friends. Oops, didn't read that. HQ Security Police Officer, or SP for short, normally their job was to protect VIPs and endangered individuals. Do the police really have a reason to protect them? But he's so cute! And he came in through the window. Okay. He didn't seem that sharp to me. But you can't judge a book by its cover. Entering by the window was pretty suspicious. One can never be too cautious. The hell did I just hear? Man. What is that noise? Guys, I might be getting haunted right now. I didn't read that. I wanted to get this caller off immediately. We need to investigate X-Day to do that. Since I couldn't report this to the police, it was obviously better to have assistance. Still, can I really trust this lot? What are you, British? Was it really the right call to collude with them despite being a police officer? Honestly, I was hesitant. Do you really have a choice, though? Could I have a little bit of time to think about it? Yeah, pretty much everybody here was a total ass to me. 'Cause you secretly love me, don't you? There was a strong fire in Nagi's eyes, and it drew me in. Maybe I had good impressions of him since he was the first to help me when I'd been poisoned. I want to trust him after all. Thank you. A lot has happened, so I'm really confused, but I'll collect myself and think about it. Has Sasuzuka already put your numbers in my phone? Right. In case I need to contact anybody, I exchange phone numbers with them. Damn. Well, then I'll be back at night. You'll be back at... what? No, wait. No, I don't want to. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here. How long has this episode been going for? I was gonna end it after the explanation, but then a kid came in through the window. Man, that's just great. Well, I'm gonna end it here, and so we all know that I did. I'm gonna save. So I have confirmation that I have saved. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save right. Yeah, just make another one. Just make another one just in case. Alrighty. We saved! Good job, us. Alright. I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.